What is up, you guys? Oh my goodness, it has been a long time. The day has finally come that my voice is starting to bond with me again. I'm finally going to answer all your US tourist visa questions. You guys have been flooding me forever on my Instagram and even on my email. Some of you guys have even offered to pay me just so I could help you with your US tourist visa, but of course I never had the time and energy. Well, I had the time, but just not the energy and, you know, just the confidence to say, hey, okay, I'll take your money and I'll teach you how. All because, like I always say, I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional, I'm not an agent, I am not even connected with any agency at all, so I feel really bad taking your money. So having said that, if you really want to support me, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on all my social media accounts. And if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, send me an email. I'd love to take that. Wait, I don't drink coffee. I cannot drink coffee. Soy milk, deal. So anyways, without further ado, let's answer your US tourist visa questions right now. Alright, so now I'm gonna go through your questions that you guys have sent me on Instagram. So the first one says, hi, been watching your YT videos about US visa. Thanks. Would like to ask for a friend. She's planning to apply for a US tourist visa, but kind of worried this is her first time to travel abroad. Does it have any bearing? Or it's okay for her to try though she haven't really traveled to any other country? Thank you. Hey there, I think her name's Daisy. Daisy, if you're watching this, I hope you are. To answer your question, yes, definitely your friend can travel to the United States if she wanted to, just as long as she has all the documents that she needs to provide the embassy with and fulfill all the requirements. Even if it's a first time, I've heard a lot of people that got approved by the US Embassy to go to the United States of America for the very first time and not having any travel history, even within Asia or wherever. Like, it is their very first travel to the United States and they got approved. What is the secret? I don't really know if there's a secret, but probably they had sufficient requirements. They had sufficient proof to show the embassy that, hey, US Embassy, I'm trustworthy. Let me into the country and I'll come back to my own country when it's all done. Let me in. Well, of course, it was not, you know, a promise that you say audibly to the US Embassy, but fulfilling requirements and having solid proof. So that is the answer to that question. Next question. My voice is starting to feel husky again. Some of these questions, by the way, they just say, hi, can I ask you a few questions about US tourist visas? Sorry to those who sent me questions that are hanging. I won't be able to answer your question and I really can't reply to each one of you. Masyadong marami. I wish you just sent me your questions first. Hi sis, napanood ko po yung blog mo regarding doon sa tourist visa. Magtatanong ako sa inyo kung may possible po ba na ma-invite ako ng friend ko na American sa US without meeting him in person. Okay, I get a lot of these questions. Meeting someone for the very first time in the United States. I honestly do not support this kind of meetup. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's safer and it's best to meet them first here in our home country. But just to answer your question, I mean, that was just my personal opinion, but yes, you do have a chance. The question is it possible to be invited by a friend who is an American that I've never met in person? If your friend wanted to invite you, he or she can provide an invitation letter, tell them the truth, and suffice the right documents and all that stuff. Next question. Hello po, napanood ko yung vlog mo about US tourist visa. Thank you, Princessa. Mga how much po ang need i-prepare pag mag-apply ka ng tourist visa? Actually, if it's just a tourist visa, at the time it was $160, which was like 8,000 something, I believe, at that time. I don't know now. I don't think it has changed, but the conversion probably has changed. So definitely go ahead and check out the US Embassy website because all the requirements, the basic requirements, are really going to be listed on there. So you need to check that out and make sure that you have those things. But basically, that is what you need to prepare to pay for your application. But if you're asking me about the trip, I would not be able to give you an exact answer. But here's the tip. You need to calculate your daily expenses and how long you're going to be staying, and get a rough estimate around that or more than that. It would be good to have finances that would be able to suffice your trip and be able to show the US Embassy that you are actually capable of spending for your trip. Just do the calculations. Next question. Let's see if meron pa bang mga questions na talagang question. So someone also asked me, required po ba talaga magkita muna kayo ng BF mo before flying to the US? We are LDR po kasi. I think one time I did answer that question via story. It's not a requirement, but my personal opinion would be let them come over here first. I know a lot of Americans or a lot of foreigners are pretty irritated about the fact that they cannot come to the Philippines and meet their friends or their loved ones because of the travel bans, but that is a situation right now. Honestly, if I were in your position, I would not place myself in that situation where I would go to a completely foreign country for the very first time in the middle of a pandemic, meeting someone for the very first time and not even knowing them personally. I mean, I know you guys, we talk to people online and we establish connections with them, especially if we've spoken with them for a long time. But honestly, in my experience, I have had those kind of friendships in the past where we become really good friends online, but once we meet up, it would not end really well because of that experience. But even if that didn't happen to me, I would not really put myself in that situation. Just FYI, it's very attractive to go to a country that is completely different from your own, but it's not gonna be that easy. It's a whole different world out there. It's a big world. Compared to the Philippines, it's a much bigger world, and you don't really know the possible dangers that you could get yourself into. So peace out to all my American friends out there or my foreign friends out there who really want to see their girlfriend for the very first time in their own country. Probably I would understand if you're a guy and your girlfriend is in the United States and you're gonna go there. That's a different thing because you're a guy. It's different. But when you're a girl, and just don't. That's just my personal opinion. But with a question, if it's a requirement, no, it's not a requirement. But here's the thing. They're probably going to start asking you questions to prove that the relationship is definitely legitimate. They're going to be asking you questions about when you met them, how you met them, and whatever else you share with that person. So just be aware of that. And if you can't really convince them with your answers, then you know what's going to happen. By the way, guys, I'm really amazed at how many of you still want to go to the United States or to a foreign country in the middle of a pandemic. Like, wow. But we all have our own reasons, so. Anyways, next question. Magandang gabi po, ma'am, sister. Tanong ko lang po, paano ba gagawin ko kasi invite po ako ng asawa ng kapatid ko sa US. Paano po ba kumuha ng tourist? Ano po ang unang step? Jeffty. Hello, Jeffty. So you are asking how to do the US tourist visa. What's the first step? You're being invited by the spouse of your sibling. The same requirement applies, and if you haven't watched my other videos, by the way, for those who want to know the steps, I know there are changes since 2021 or since 2020 because of the global situation going on, but most of the requirements, most of the documents needed are still the same. There might be new ones, but the ones that used to be required are still required even now. So if you haven't checked it out, just go ahead to my travel playlist. So for Jeffty, if you're watching this, please go ahead to my travel playlist. You will find all the videos that talks about how to apply for a US tourist visa step by step. I actually have so many, and I have been told by people, why do you keep repeating the same thing? So I'm not going to be repeating that anymore in this video. Just go ahead and check it out. Link in the description box below. So another question here. Ma'am, good evening. Pwede po pakitulungan kasi mag-visit ako sa kapatid ko pero wala akong trabaho or wala rin akong business. Pero susuportahan ako ng kapatid ko sa mga expenses ko po. Hoping makatulungan niyo ako kasi gusto ko palang pumunta ng US. Tourist visa lang po. Ano po mga kailangan dapat gawin? Yung mga proof na dapat ibigay sa kanila para maniwala sila. Hingi po ako ng mga tips. So this is from Angelica. Angelica, I hope you are watching this because I'm answering your question. questions. You don't have a job or a business. Your sister is going to support you with the expenses. Is that okay? Definitely okay. If your sister is in the United States and she wants you to go over there and she is going to sponsor you, she can definitely do that. But then if she sponsors you, she needs to provide her financial proof instead na ikaw. So instead of you showing that you have a business or you have this monetary whatever, you can just show her financial proof. You can provide the embassy with that. And you have to let them know that she's going to sponsor your trip. And she can even provide a letter where her letter would assure the embassy that you will be in her care and that you are invited by her to go there. Those things. And of course, the other requirements are still the same. And you can still go ahead and watch my travel playlist for these steps and check out the US Embassy website for the additional requirements for this situation that we're having right now in the global pandemic. There might be new requirements, but basically that's it. Next question, do I still have a voice? Yes, I still do. Hi, napanood ko pala yung video mo dun sa YouTube channel mo. It's nice. Thank you, Christian. Tanong ko lang, may GF kasi ako sa US. This coming February 2022, siya magiging US citizen. Kung mag-apply ako ng tourist visa, kailangan ko pa ba i-indicate na may GF ako na nasa United States? You don't really have to. Unless you come across a question, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not like a requirement thing that you have to tell them, I'm going to the United States, I have a girlfriend there, and she's gonna be whatever. They're not gonna ask for those details. But if they do ask who you're going to be staying with or who you're going to be spending time with and stuff like that, it's going to be your girlfriend, then you can tell them. Someone also asked me, tanong lang po kung paano mag-apply for US visa. Again, there are a lot of videos that you guys can check out. Go in the description box below. I will be linking everything there. It's a really long process, you know. I mean, it's very detailed. Great day, Ate Christina. I watched your vlog about tourist visa. I just want to ask you po, ilang buwan po kayo nagstay sa US gamit ang US tourist visa? Ma-approve kaya po kapag 5 months for vacation ako sa US? Thank you so much. I hope you will notice my message. Okay, so first question, how many months did you stay in the US using your tourist visa? I used it for, I think, a month or so, and I was granted a multiple entry, so for 10 years, in a span of 10 years, I can just go in and out of the US with that same visa without needing to renew and all that stuff. So will I be approved if I just go for 5 months vacation? Of course, you are allowed to go there for a short time or for a longer time, but then the duration of your visa will depend on what the embassy is going to grant you. So it's something that they will be the one to decide on, not something you will determine. But then you can let them know that you want to stay there for like 5 months or something like that, and you know, just inform them that that's your intention. But the decision is going to be on the consul, how long they're going to allow you to be in the country. So yeah, you will be approved if they think that they will want you to be there for 5 months. But if they have doubts in their mind, or if they, for whatever reason, they would say no, that's when you can say you will not be approved. But there's no problem with that. You can let them know for sure. So yeah, I think I answered that question. So basically, I think those are all the questions I'm going to be answering right now before I lose my voice again. I think those are a lot of questions. Some of you have sent me questions on my YouTube channel, and I still haven't answered each one of them because ang dami talaga. I can just do another video if you guys have more questions, or if you have questions, if you've sent me questions and I missed to answer them, just leave it in the comment section below and I will just create another video. Hopefully, if I still have my voice again, next time I can shoot a video, I will be able to answer them one by one. Finally, I have answered all your US tourist visa questions, and I hope that those answers will give you clarity and direction and help, you know, proceed to your next step or whatsoever, make a better decision. And of course, like I said, I have more videos on this topic, so please go ahead and check my travel playlist if you haven't. I have a lot of videos on there, like seriously a lot. And of course, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and be part of my slowly but surely growing YouTube fam. I am very blessed to have you guys here on my channel. Thank you very much for supporting my channel even in my absence. Thank you for sticking around with me.